Welcome guys to a new episode of my Saab Garage. I hope you guys liked the previous video, the introduction video that I just made. So step by step we start to have new ideas and we start to improve, and let's go from there. Okay? So before we go to today's subject, the green giant injectors came for the euro. So just received this from the UK. A set of these end up to be with shipping around the 100 euros. Yes, they are not original Bosch, but as the Euro is a project car, I will go along and start, and because I bought one set of these just for the CD and I try them, even I end up to sell to a colleague of mine, and so far the injectors are working okay. So for the price that you have, might as well just try. So these are 440 cc's. So these are called Green Giant, and this will be what I will put in the Euro to reach the 340 horsepower. As we know, the Reds only goes until 350 cc's, and after that, if you want to give the jump, you need to go for 340 horsepower. We will need these, the green ones, but then if you go above that, then you go to the Siemens, to the DEC black ones. Okay, so this is cool. So another thing that I would like to talk, I have been receiving a lot of contacts because of some people that really want to have a t-shirt like this. Not only from the Facebook page, from another person's. They saying, listen, I like the logo, I like the idea, what the logo means. Like I said, it's not mine, can be your garage, can be anything. So sell me a t-shirt. So like I said before, I'm not planning to do a business of this. But if you end up to like these t-shirts, enter in contact, put over there in the comments. I will explain you how is the process. I'm working with a printing company, and the same price that they did to me, I will do it to you. Of course, you have to make the transfer of the money, then you have to pay the shipping, and I will send you the t-shirt over there. Okay? So you will see that on my Facebook page, my Saab Garage. I will also put the instructions and put a little document about the t-shirts itself. But just for you to know, as people are asking me so much about the t-shirts, I don't mind to pass to you guys, and thank you for that. Okay, so as you guys see behind me, okay, we have the 9.5. So the 9.5 is here because I'm starting to have some problems on the heater hoses. Okay, so as you know, close on the back of the engine you have 3 hoses that is connected to this valve. We called it the T valve, and these usually from time to time end up to failure. So or the water, usually when you have these, the water come over here on the upper part and start to go to the floor. So I arrived to the car one day and saying feeling coolant, and I look underneath the car and was a big puddle of water over there. So I have a quick inspection. I see that the water is coming from there. So usually sometimes the failure can be from that part or from one of these pipes over here. Okay, so these are the 3 pipes that connect to the T valve. So today it's going to be the project. So take everything out, I will show you what I'm doing, and then install these. These are coming from DO88 Performance, our silicone, because at the time that I did the overall on the 9.5, those were the only pipes that I didn't change. So I was thinking that most probably the problem will be from there. So I will end up to take the advantage and put the silicone ones. Okay, the shipping to Portugal from this set will cost around, on their website, the DO88 website, will cost around 103 euros and 58 cents for these 3 pipes. Okay, so the plan for today will be for me to open and start to disassemble everything and tell you step by step what you should do. Also, I would like that you guys be around, enjoy the video, and let's get started. Okay, so prior from you to start, you will need to start to take some of the parts that are here, because will help you a lot working around the car. So What I will do is I will start to take this plastics um, types off. From here I will take the admission pipe, then I will take this rubber out of here, remove this box, because you want to create remove this as well, because you want to create the most space as possible in order for you to work on the T-valve and the pipes, because those are underneath this box. So you will get your hands really deep over there, and those are the clip metal the clip. I will show you in what I'm meaning. So, and you really need to put your hands through there. So the most space that you can get over here, the better for you, because you have one pipe that comes from here, and then you have the other two pipes that are really underneath over there. So remove this, remove this, remove this, take this out. These have two 10mm nuts over there and over here, and then you can pull this box out and put it over here on top of the engine, and use and remove the this pipe out of here, and then you have the whole space that you can remove the pipes and all that. So last time I did this is a job for you to do. No hurries, be very careful, don't rush yourself. This is a job that usually can take you to 2 to 3 hours, okay? My personal recommendation, I left the car over here overnight in order for all the water to be cooled down. Please don't do this when the car is hot. You will get burned, and also when you are working with the water that is under pressure and about 80 degrees Celsius. So you most probably you will get burned. So do this with the car when the engine is cold, because you can do it better, okay? I will show you in a bit. Okay guys, so as you can see, the most part of the pieces that I was telling that I would remove were already taken off. So they are over there in the corner. But another thing that I forgot to tell you, it's for you to make sure if you are doing this kind of jobs, it's not so difficult as it seems. But again, if you are not a mechanic, if you don't think that you have the enough experience, if you don't think that you are really cannot change a lamp bulb in your house, these are the kind of works that you really need to have someone that needs to help you. But if you are and if you are capable to do those kind of things, or have another hobby, or have another any other job, so I would really recommend for you to do it. This is the purpose of the tutorial videos, is to show you that even though you need to put your hands in the engine, it's not that difficult that time to do it, okay? So I end up to remove all the parts over here, and I remove some more because then I want to do a quick cleaning on the engine. It's not leaking anywhere, but with the fumes and everything that the engine and everything, I will just pass some brake cleaner over here, and I will wash this in the end of the video. But what I'm telling is, if you have a Saab that have LPG system, make sure that you will face additional time in order to do this operation, because as you can see, apart from the original wiring from the engine, you still have the LPG system and the injectors and all the electrical wire running on top on the part that we want to work. So you have to make sure that you remove all of those and push all that to the side. I end up to just wrap them around and have the help of my assistant. So it will help me holding all the wiring. So as you can see, I already put some light over here, and you will see that I have the valve over here at my hand. So they will hold on the back. There is two pipes over there that are, let me see if I can point with my finger. There you go. So those comes from the heater, the heater radiator inside of the car. So they will come from there, and they will then come from here, and then from here there is a pipe that goes on the back over here. There is another T over here that this takes to the engine head, but this one over here takes to cool down the LPG system. So I end up to remove this hose clamp over here, and then remove this 3 over here, 1, 2, 3, and then the hose goes all the way back and connect over here. So what I'm gonna do next is just remove the clamps on all of these. Another thing that I will do is I will take advantage. I will put a tray underneath the car, and when I start to mess with the water pipes, the coolant will come down. But I will advantage it, and then I will keep it, because then I will filter again and put again in the cooling tank, because the the coolant has around 10 to 50 or 20,000 K, so it's still good. But I will filter, and then I will show you even to make sure. Another quick tip that I would really like to tell you: if you are doing this kind of things, make sure that you put some papers on the hoses that you remove from the engine, because when it comes to these times and you are working with screws and bolts and nuts and everything, very easily one of them can fall into one of these, and then you have a big problem, because you have to disassemble the triple of the parts just to get that screw again. So I will see in a bit. Okay, another thing that I would like to tell you, as you see the coolant is being taken off, because I end up to take the pipe that comes from the engine head to the radiator, because I need to remove that pipe that is over there. So if I remove that one, I have more space to work. But one thing that I would like to really make sure, you see the color of the coolant, what is inside of the engine, and that makes a big difference. So about 2 years ago, like I said, I did the engine overhaul on this car, and at the time I didn't have enough money to put brand new piping, silicone coolant piping and all that. So I made the middle term. I bought all the plastic original pipes, and I installed all of them, apart from those 3 that I'm doing now. So, but what I would like to show you is really, when you have good coolant and you have all that in your car and you do that preventive maintenance, this kind of situations happen. So as you see, this pipe was bought brand new at that time, and because of the coolant, and I always make sure that I have good coolant in the car, I just end up to see what was the condition of the pipe. And then as soon as I put my finger on and start to see the walls of the pipe by the inside, they are brand new. You just put the thing over here, you pull it out, and you see that you don't have that dirt mark or that yellow mark, because you are using products with good quality, so that end up to be good for the engine as well. So just want to show you this. So okay, so we have here all the heating system and all the piping already. So just a quick explanation: these 2 pipes are the ones that will connect to the heating matrix that are close to the engine wall. So these are the pipes that connect over there. This one over here is the one that makes the split over here that goes to the LPG system, but then takes to the engine head. And this one over here is the one that will connect to the water pump. So after I took the pipes out and start to do an inspection to see in which one of them was the problem, everything was okay. Since the beginning, I put my hand through the T-valve and I didn't find any water over there, so, and that was replaced a short time ago, so I was good on that. Also, this pipe over here, even though that have this slight cut that you see it, but was myself doing it in order to help me to remove from the place. But then when I also had to cut this one also to facilitate for me to open this. So as you know, those have this kind of clamps. Another thing that I also do in all the clamps that pass through my hand, you see that little point over here that is making this thingy over here. I usually remove one of them, because all of them, because when you have the pliers and you just press them, even that you put the original pipes or the silicone pipes, will help you a lot if you remove this, just open that little bit more. And believe me, that little bit will help you a lot in order to put the clamps back again. But okay, so when I remove this that is coming from here and I cut it, and then I was very careful. And again, you will need a lot of patience in order to sometimes move these pipes 1 inch at a time, just for you to take them out. So really take your time. But when I remove this, I start to inspect, and then I found out the problem. So as you can see, there you go, this had already, let me focus, and now you can see it. So have this little thing. So the clamp was around here, and the water, as soon as it start to create some pressure, this would open and the water would come out from here. So this, again, these were the pipes that I never replaced in the car, so it was still there since I bought it, and this is the problem. So what we're going to do next is that we're going to have the silicone ones and make exactly the same diagram that we have over here in order to put all of them back in the car. Just as a quick reminder, and again I already mentioned, but I will say it again, if you have cars with LPG system, you will take a lots of time to do this, because again all the piping will cross together and you will have to have extra patience in order to do that, okay? And here they are. So I already have the whole system changed with new water lines. I end up to give a clean as well to the hose clamps just to have a better look. As you can see, what I was suggesting, I did in all the clamps. I removed the little thing over here that would limit it when you tighten the clamps. I remove all of them because they will help you a lot, especially on the silicone hoses, because as they are a little bit like, they are bigger, the surface is bigger than the stock ones. When you tighten this in, will give you the margin for you to put them easily, so there is no problem. So I did the same diagram. You may ask why I cut this. Don't forget, I have an LPG system, so some of these water pipes also will cool down the LPG system, so it's why I need to cut it, and I put all the system like I had the previous ones. So again, now is the time to reassemble everything again, and I will show you in a bit. Hey guys again. Okay, so we already finished, as you guys can see, already to finish. I just finished to assemble everything that I already taken out for this job today. So the intake pipe is already in place, the exhaust heat shield as well. I already give a clean to the engine that I wanted to give, and now I'm on the process to put the coolant. One of the things that I really want to touch again, and just to rephrase again, is to make sure that you guys take your time in order to do this, okay? Because sometimes it's like you have to go to the side of the car just to move the pipe an inch inside, then you have to come back again to this side, and then you have to go there again. So take your time, don't do this in a rush. And like I said, especially with cars with LPG, this will take a lot of time, because apart from the normal engine loom wiring, you still have the LPG wiring on top, and you want to make sure that nothing is that you don't cut anything by an accident, or you just want to not to damage any engine part on that process, okay? So like I said before, the engine coolant is still okay. So as you can see, it's still green and it's still in good condition. But of course, as I put the tray underneath the car and I caught everything, so have some kind of dirt or some kind of the liquid will not be so clean as was inside of the engine. So what I'm going to do, it's like, of course, I will put a funnel over there on the coolant tank, but I also grabbed one of these that all of us have in their houses that you use to filter the oil at the kitchen. One recommendation, don't use this one that you have in the kitchen. Buy one, otherwise your wife most probably will kill you if you use it. But I end up to buy one just to have in the garage to do these operations. And what I'm going to do, just to make sure that everything is okay, I just grab a clean mop that was from a t-shirt or something that you had, and I will put on top, and then I will put in the funnel, and I will put the liquid inside. Just make sure everything that goes to the coolant goes well cleaned, okay? So let me put that over there. I also just give a quick cleaning to the expansion tank. That is also something that you should do once in a while, just to make sure that there is any debris or something like that in the coolant. Once in a while you should remove it and just do a quick cleaning with on the coolant tank. And on myself, I did it with rice, so cold water and rice, and then you just shake the water in the coolant tank for a good
10 minutes, 15 minutes, and you see all the dirt coming out. Okay, I will show you how that's stay in the end, but then the car will be running as well. So let me put the coolant over there, and I will talk with you in a little bit. Okay. Hey guys. Okay, so as you can hear, the engine is already running, and my recommendation at this point would be for let the engine running and the fan starts for 2 or 3 times, and you always need to keep an eye on the water level, just to make sure that the water will be okay. As you can see, the method that I use, even you can see all the kinds of debris. That again, this doesn't mean that they were inside of the engine, but as the water was coming down and passed by the engine, could wash away inside of the tray all of these debris, because definitely I would not believe that I would have a fly inside of my radiator, or 2 in this case. But this was the way that I used to filter and to make sure that everything would be okay. From this point on, again, like I had the coolant and I had a mixture of 50-50, so it would give minus 52 degrees on the percentage. At this moment, as I took almost, I would say 90% or 95% of it, I will just add water from this point that will mix with the coolant, and maybe will come with numbers around 35 degrees. So grab a flashlight as well, go and see again all the pipes that you remove it and make sure that nothing is dripping, and from then just let the engine running 2 or 3 times and then stop the car and everything will be done. Okay, so I really hope that you guys also enjoyed today's job on the 9.5. Again, we have a Facebook page called My Saab Garage. Go over there, give a like. We have the channel. If you like these videos, please subscribe, pass to family members and everything, and let's go to another job to do. Okay, so have a nice weekend, and I will see you in the next episode. Okay, cheers.